Angelina Jolie's latest film. Angelina Jolie's latest film comes under fire from Human Rights Watch. The director may have cast the controversial Royal Cambodian Armed Forces in First They Killed My Father. Just as critics have begun to include Angelina Jolie's new film in their lists predicting nominees for the 2018 Oscar race, Human Rights Watch's Asia division is criticizing the director for allegedly casting soldiers from the controversial Royal Cambodian Armed Forces in her much-anticipated new movie, First They Killed My Father. First They Killed My Father, set to be released stateside this year by Netflix, portrays the Khmer Rouge's regime through the eyes of a 5-year-old girl and is based on the acclaimed 2006 memoir by Leung of the same name. While reception of the film in Cambodia, where it screened in February, has reportedly been positive, in a Vanity Fair magazine profile of Jolie released online on Wednesday, author of Trania Perts includes an anecdote that has alarmed at least one human rights advocate. Among other concessions to the movie's team, Cambodia provided the production, with 500 officials from their actual army to play the Khmer Rouge army, for its rights. Brad Adams, executive director of Human Rights Watch's Asia division, told New York Magazine on Thursday that, if this detail is true, it represents an uncharacteristically unethical production decision from the famously humanitarian filmmaker. To ask for permission to make a film and thereby invest in the local economy is fine, and you're going to have some meetings with some government officials, Adams said. But you can take a stance to make sure you don't empower, legitimize, or pay the wrong people. And working with the Cambodian army is a no-go zone, it's a red flag, and it's a terrible mistake. Rights groups argue that the government of current Prime Minister Hun Sen regularly deploys the RKF to suppress the opposition Cambodian National Rescue Party, as well as to quell trade unions and other protesters. In 2014, the Cambodian army opened fire on garment factory workers who were striking for higher wages, killing 4 and injuring 21. Human Rights Watch says that the RKF has, under orders from the government, also organized several roadblocks, where security forces harass and attempt to intimidate those who they suspect will protest or agitate. Working with the Cambodian army is a no-go zone, it's a red flag, and it's a terrible mistake. For Jolie, working with RKF would be a ding on her humanitarian record. She has worked to preserve endangered forests and prevent sexual violence, among other causes, in Cambodia since her first blockbuster film, 2001's Tomb Raider, was partially shot in the country. She has been awarded honorary citizenship in the country for her conservation work. Jolie has also adopted 3 children from Cambodian orphanages. Nevertheless, Jolie has come under fire for making ethically dubious decisions during her work in the country before. In 2011, PRI reported that she had purchased land for her Maddox Jolie Pitt Foundation from Yam Tith, a former commander for the Khmer Rouge. She was also the subject of several critical stories on Wednesday, after she told Vanity Fair about a controversial tactic she had used when casting the 5-year-old lead in First They Killed My Father. Casting directors would put money on a table in front of a child and ask them to think about something they needed it for. Then Jolie pretended to catch the child and take the money away. As for the girl chosen for the part, Sri Mok, when she was asked later what the money was for, she said her grandfather had died, and they didn't have enough money for a nice funeral, Jolie told the magazine.